Hey, y'all. I think that yes, we are live. 10 people waiting for me. Already got some giving me some thumbs up. Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. I was like, oh, what is today? What is today? In the chat, I would love to know how long you have known about Trim Healthy Mama. Not fiddle-faddled with it, not been on plan. Let me know how long you have known about Trim Healthy Mama. Mine is 7 years. I've known about THM for 7 years. So I would love to hear what you guys, what your experience is with Trim Healthy. So we will get that going. Very excited to be with y'all today. Hey, Pam, how long have you known about THM? Let's see. Keely, since the beginning, 11 years. Wow, that is so fun. So fun. Pam, 10 years. Wow, y'all. Got me a little jealous. I wish I've known about it longer. Oh, this is so fun. So how long have you been on plan? How long have you known about it was the first question. How long have you been on plan, or would you call it solid on plan? For me, it is, again, it's 7 years. I did stop for a little bit, but got back on after a little bit too. Wes Gaskin was like, girl, what you doing? Get back on it. This is helping you so much. Restarted about a year and a half ago. Yes, I love that. Y'all, it's about time to retire my blanket. It's starting to get warm in Mississippi, and I don't really think I need this blanket anymore back here. Hey, Becky, we're talking about how long we've known about Trim Healthy and how long we've been on plan. Anita has known about it since 2014 and on plan since 2021. Love. Tammy, almost since the beginning. Hey, Carol. Yeah, y'all just put that in the chats for me while we wait for all our friends today. This is so fun. And next question will be, what state are you in? What state are you in? I'm in Mississippi. If you didn't know that, a lot of people think I'm in Tennessee because that's where my conference is. And I'm like, no, we did the conference in Tennessee. We can go to the cafe. Duh. I live in Southwest Mississippi. We are about an hour and a half north of New Orleans, so we're way down here. So if you're ever coming down I-55 headed to New Orleans, holler at me because I live just a few minutes off of the interstate. I've had a lot of people stop by here to say hello on their way to New Orleans. It's kind of fun. All right, Pam is in Kansas. Erin has known since 2014 and on plan since 2022. Hey, other Erin. All right, so in the comments, we're just putting how long we've known about THM, how long we've been on plan, and what state we're in, so we can see what everybody is doing. So fun. Thanks for the puffy hearts. Tammy, on and off for years, sadly. Well, hopefully I'm here to help you get on track today. Keely's in Pennsylvania. Hey, Lauren. Okay, guys, we are a few minutes in, and I know that your time is precious. And so I want to get started talking to you guys about how to mistake-proof your THM journey. This is a live guide to getting it right, okay? Now, we only have a short amount of time. So y'all get ready. I do want to tell y'all that as soon as this is over, I'll be sending out an email to those that are watching live and to those that are watching the replay, okay? And you will be getting access to a free PDF download that reminds you of these tips. It'll also have a link to $20 off for my spring buds, and you will get immediate access to spring buds, and I'll talk more about that later. And you will also get a free course. I have a course called Reducing Inflammation. It is one of my full courses. It's $29, but you, for signing up for this live as a happy, because I'm so proud of y'all for wanting to mistake-proof your journey, I'm going to gift you that for free. So I hope that y'all will get in there and get to learn about how to reduce inflammation. And right now we're going to talk about mistake-proofing your THM journey. All right, I'm here to help you with 5 tips to navigate THM successfully, because a lot of times we know about THM, but there's always like some key, something that a mama is missing. And I want to be here to help you guys work through that. And so many of you that I've seen here on the comments, y'all have done buds. You're in blooms. So you may know this, but I may be reminding you. Some of you, I've never seen your name before. You're new. You're new to me. Somebody watching this may be new to THM. And so this can help them too. Everybody can be helped today. We're going to have a lot of tips to address common mistakes and ensure that your journey with Trim Healthy is smooth and effective, because we want success. We want success. All right, let's get started. So number one tip is do not overcomplicate fuel types, okay? Trim Healthy is all about separating fuels. A little silly thing that I do in coaching post-COVID is that we are socially distancing fats and carbs, okay? A common mistake is overcomplicating that. Simplicity is key, friends. Stick to one fuel type in a meal. Wait 3 to 4 hours before switching to another one. That will keep your metabolism guessing and steadily burning efficiently without overwhelming your brain, okay? So if we're going to have an S meal, we don't bring carbs in. It's not like you can have up to 10 grams of carb, right? But we're not going to bring in a sliver of toast to make sure, because if you had dairy, nuts, avocado, some non-starchy veggies, those all still have carbs. So you're probably getting 10 grams of carb in your S without even meaning to, okay? So that's something I want to say. And we go to the E. Well, I don't want to put any fat in there because it's an E, and I'm just going to have lean protein and a carb, and maybe a green non-starchy veggie. I just get so nervous about putting a fat in there. No, put that 5 grams of fat. And it is a little opposite of what I just said with S, but this is a common mistake, so we're going to get that corrected today. Bring in a teaspoon of fat, a swirl of MCT, a little bit of avocado, a little bit of nut butter, some butter if you want to. So about a teaspoon of any of those would help. A lot of times with my E, I'm bringing the fat in from the cream that's going in my coffee. So I'll let myself have 5 grams of fat from whatever I'm using to have creamer in my coffee for an E breakfast. So think through that. So what that fat's doing, that 5 grams of fat that we can have in E, y'all, it's helping your body work through those carbs and that protein and everything and keep that blood sugar stable. Super important. You don't believe me? You can check the plan book. But that's the way they had it written on purpose, okay? All right. Tip number 2 is hydrate intentionally. So many mamas that come to me are thirsty. Y'all are thirsty. Your bodies are not taking in enough fluid. Some of y'all are constipated. That makes you aggravated. We don't want to be aggravated. Drink some more water, y'all. I have a 40-ounce cup. Level up, baby. Yes. And it helps me. I've already finished one today. It's noon, and so I'm working on my next one. And, it's easy for me to have this. Now, some people don't want to lug around a jug like that. And so you just want to be mindful of that. Make sure that you're having up to half your body weight in ounces of water. Not only does that help with hunger cues, but it also helps with your metabolism and your body's health. It helps with your skin health, with your digestive tract. It helps with brain fog. And I just want to encourage you with that. If you feel like you've just fueled 2 hours ago and you're hungry, have some water or a GGMS or something first, and then go from there. Usually, you will be fine until it's time for you to fuel again. Now, I will give a little disclaimer. If you are lightheaded, dizzy, and do not feel well and feel like you need to have some protein, please do. We don't want to have bad judgment, but we do want to pay attention to that hydration. So great to do that. Number 3 tip, which are some mistakes that I see people make with THM, is they are unsupported. Journeying alone with Trim Healthy can be very challenging and lonely. So I encourage you to join a community, whether that is a community of 2 people, you and a friend, that are trudging the THM waters together, or your family. Having your family join in. I am launching a kids course in a couple of weeks, and I cannot wait to begin opening up our children's eyes to nutrition and health and the Trim Healthy way. I'm not going to be teaching them SE and FP for weight loss. I'm going to be teaching them about the way God created food to nourish our bodies. That is amazing. Now, my children, I will tell y'all, my children and my dear sweet husband, they are not 100% on plan. No, they're not. But they understand. Just today, I asked my daughter, Katie, who is 15, to bring me an S lunch. That's all I had to say, because I have been doing this since she was, 6 or 7 years old, and she is just doing such a great job, and she understands that. So that's a very exciting thing to have that support from my family. So that is one other aspect that we can do. And then bringing in a Trim Healthy community like my Buds program or my Blooms membership. Those are just key to helping you stay on track. I have seen so many friendships form from across the United States. It is the most beautiful thing to see that, those relationships, because you have that commonality, you have the same struggles, you can help each other along, and that is such a beautiful thing. So when you have a community of support, no matter where it's coming from with your Trim Healthy journey, you have accountability, you can have shared experiences, and it's easier to stay on track whenever we're part of a team that's working towards the same goal. So I want to encourage you guys to think about that as you go throughout your journey and you feel like you may be alone and unsupported. We need to work on that, okay? Number 4, embrace your journey, not the scale. Some of my people that have gone through coaching will tell you the first thing Coach Amy makes you do, you weigh if you want, and then you ditch the scale. We do not worry about it anymore until it is time to check on ourselves, maybe 5 to 6 weeks later, just to gauge how things are going. And some choose to not even do that. They want to go by how they feel. So ditching the scale can help you learn that the scale does not dictate your success. Weight fluctuates for a lot of reasons. Many of you are over 40. Guess what? Your weight is going to fluctuate because of the way the moon was rising that day in the night sky. Focus on non-scale victories. In coaching, we just celebrate non-scale victories on Friday afternoons. It is so fun to read those from ladies every week about what they have been victorious with. In one-on-one, we talk about that too as time goes on. What is going right? What did I do better this time than I did last time? Non-scale victories like how your clothes fit, your energy levels, and overall how you feel. Many women do not take the time to assess how they feel because we're going in 40-11 directions. We're taking care of our tribe of children, of our aging parents. We are full-time working. We are always thinking about others, but there's times where we have to stop and assess how we're feeling, because if we are not taking care of ourselves, guys, we cannot take care of our loved ones. And so I really want to challenge you in that thought process, switching that mindset to have the perspective that you are so important and your family wants you to feel good. They don't want you to be run down. So let's focus on those non-scale victories and enjoy that and be proud of yourself. You don't have to be super humble all the time, guys. I brag all the time to my family. You guys, I did not eat the off plan or whatever. Or for me, I love weightlifting. I deadlifted 215 pounds the other day. I'll be sharing that video soon. I've picked up heavier than that before, but it's been a while. I was very proud of myself for that. And so toot your own horn sometimes, girls, especially in safe circles like that community I talked about a while ago. Tip number 5 is plan your meals. Failing to plan is planning to fail. It's a cliche, I know, but it is so true, especially with Trim Healthy. And guys, just like I talked about how we as women are always taking care of others. So that means we have a lot going on in our mind. My computer right now it's pretty big, but it has a lot of windows open, okay? And that's what the female mind is like. We always have all these windows open in our mind, thinking about so many things and being in charge and planning and being responsible for so many things. And you know what I love to do? I love to take all of those thoughts from my mind and put them on paper or type them out, because that means I don't have to think about it. The mental space of the things that you have in your mind is taking up so much mental space. And so you can't think clearly. But once we get those things down on paper, that is super important. Something that you would see if you did Buds or other coaching, you would see that there are printables, there are sheets, there are lists that you can see and access so that you don't have to think about it. What is a carb? What amount of quinoa can I have? Well, it's right there for you. What did she say about store-bought products? Oh, here's my list. Thinking through that. And then we move on to planning our fueling. So I love to have a menu. And I was just talking to a one-on-one client about this today. Get that thing written down. And, I have a weekly menu that I print and it's on the refrigerator. And so if I'm not home, because there are a lot of days that I work late on Tuesdays, I don't get done with work until 7:30. And so my family has already had supper. Well, they don't have to worry about bothering me because I'm on one-on-one calls. So texting me is really kind of out of the question unless it's an emergency. But what they can do is just go to that menu and say, oh, well, I see that mama has taco meat prepped. And these are the items that we have that she's purchased that go with the taco meat. So they can see that and they can do it on their own. If you have food sensitivities or food allergies and you are confused or you're wondering, all the time and having to have so much brain power to remember what you can and can't have or what you should and shouldn't have, write out a list. Post it on the inside of your cabinet. The SE and fuel pull stuff I was talking about earlier, it's still hanging up on the inside of my spice cabinet. The numbers and what it is with Trim Healthy that makes something an S, an E, or a fuel pull. Write that stuff out. Make yourself some notes. That way you are prepared and you are empowered with information that you don't necessarily have to store up here all the time. I also encourage people to save things to the photo album of their phone. You can create a photo album and save stuff there that is just for your Trim Healthy journey. So I want y'all to think about planning. Now, when we talk about planning our meals, what I personally like to do is I plan for an S and an E to alternate for my breakfast every week. And I might prep some egg muffins. And this week I actually did that. So I had some eggs and I had a bunch of veggies that needed to be cooked and I had some bacon. And so I just cooked all that, the bacon and the veg together. And then I put them in the bottom of a little muffin pan. And then I topped it with egg mixture and then I seasoned it and baked it. So I'll have two egg muffins with some berries. I might have a breakfast meat that I bring in because the bacon isn't a lot. And then maybe collagen in my coffee so that I can get my protein. And I've got my veg and everything. And it's so, so great to have those things ready to reheat and not have to be scrambling around whenever things are going really busy in the mornings. And I love that. For E, you can do that same thing. You can prepare something, whether you have your oatmeal that you love prepared with the sweetener and the other things you might want to add. And all you have to do is dump that little container, add your water, and let it cook, and then add in your other parts of your breakfast. Simple things like that. Whatever it is that you like, have those things ready to go. Lunch is the same thing on my menu. I have an S and an E option. A lot of times I don't do those, to be honest, but I have them available. A lot of times I'm using leftovers, okay? On my suppers, I always plan 2S and 2E. And on my menu, I write out what carb I need to have for my family for the S. So if I'm having an S taco salad, my family needs a carb source to go along with that, okay? So we might do corn chips, or we might do a whole grain tortilla, or beans and corn. Simple things like that. A lot of times when I make an E meal, they get butter. Butter makes it a crossover for them. And it's simple like that. You could also pull in fruit for your family for a carb source for an S meal. Keep things simple, especially if you are restarting or you are overwhelmed easily. Keep things simple, friends, and plan taco night, burger night, spaghetti night, chicken and sweet potato night, breakfast for supper night. All of those are simple things, and you can repeat it. You can repeat that over and over. There is no law that says you have to do something different for the rest of your life every night for dinner. Keep things simple, you guys, and that is what's going to keep your journey sustainable. Y'all, yes, Amanda, got to get back to the basics. Yes, quit making it so difficult. I don't think that it is sustainable to cook out of everything that goes in your mouth does not need to be a recipe. Oh my gosh, I would be like, nope, no thanks, not doing this. And so I just want to encourage you guys with that. Being prepared with your fuelings and taking time each week to plan your meals and snacks, which means you've written down a plan, you get the groceries that you need, you prep the things that you need to prep, and you actually eat that food. That is going to help avoid last-minute off-plan choices and reduces your stress around meal times. So guys, if you have been fighting planning your meals, I just want you to embrace it and see it as an opportunity to take care of yourself. which means you'll be able to take care of the people that you love better. Okay? All right, let's see. Can you have berries with every meal? You can. So with S and FP, we don't want to exceed a cup of berries, like a mixed berry situation. We don't ever want to exceed blueberries up to half a cup in S and fuel pull. But in E, you can pretty much have as much as you want. But we always want to make room for those green, non-starchy veggies because fiber equals full. And those are going to help you stay fuller longer and give you some awesome nutrition. All right, guys, that is a wrap for my 5 tips to mistake-proof your trim healthy journey. We're going to go over them one more time. We've got don't overcomplicate those fuel types. Keep them clean, girls. Keep them clean. Hydrate intentionally. We want to make sure we're getting plenty of hydration so that our body can work the way it's supposed to. Join a community, whether it is with someone you know or with a coaching group. That is super key to staying on plan and having a successful lifestyle with Trim Healthy. And then 4, I'm gonna have to change my fingers. 4 is embrace the journey and not the scale. Let's focus on those non-scale victories and celebrate them well. And then number 5 is plan your fuelings. It's very important to do that. And that's something that I have been doing. And I have found so much success and so many other ladies that I have helped have as well. Remember that Trim Healthy is a journey of progress, not perfection. I want y'all to be able to avoid those common pitfalls that we talked about, and you'll be well on your way to a healthy, happier you. If you're looking for more to your journey, more help, a fast track to understanding and making sure that you're getting it all right, I would love for you to join Spring Buds. And for doing this live or the replay later, I do have $20 off of Buds for you guys. It starts March 24th. But whenever you join, anytime between now and then, from using this link, guys, you will have immediate access to my Trim Healthy Guide, to step 1, which is my THM education of the basics of timing, SEFP, and protein. So I want you guys to remember that. And 4 menus will already be ready for you, as well as many other things. So I want you to check out that link. That's going to be emailed to you super soon, where you can access that when you're ready. And then also don't forget that because you did this, I'm just so proud and thankful for you guys that I'm sending you access to a course that I wrote called Reducing Inflammation. And it's going to help you so much know how we can reduce inflammation. All of us have inflammation. We do. I'm getting tongue-tied over here. It must be time for me to stop talking. But inflammation is a huge culprit in a lot of ladies' lives. And if we can learn how to reduce it a little at a time, we will see so much progress over time. So excited to share that with you guys. So be sure to check your email. It's coming from Coach Amy at southernandhealthyms.com, maybe over in your junk. So be sure that you check that out. It's a free PDF reminding you of the tips that I led today, the link to Spring Buds for $20 off, immediate access to that program. The live program will start on March 24th, and then also access to that Reducing Inflammation course. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. I love y'all so much, and I cannot wait to hear about how this mistake-proof live has helped you have a more successful Trim Healthy journey. Bye, everybody.